M.V.K here, back again. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the first, well, not the first, I think it's the first Geek Thought video of the year. If not, I apologize. Starting to lose track. Well, guys, today we're going to check out something, and then I'm going to give my thoughts on it. So, not going to say too much about it. You should already see the title, but we're going to watch the motion trailer for this, and I'm sure people wanted to hear my thoughts on the newer update version of this event that's coming through Marvel. So let's watch it, and then after that we'll talk about it. Okay, let's do it. Here we go.
My name is Blade. 2 weeks ago I woke up in a world where no one's ever heard of the Avengers. Where it's like we never existed. Where Captain America died in World War II. Where Tony Stark never got trapped in a cave. Where Carol Danvers never became a captain. Where Thor never lifted the hammer. The craziest part of all this is that even without the Avengers, this Earth still has its mightiest heroes.
Squadron Supreme of America. Okay, so once again, that was what I'm going to talk about. So Marvel is doing Heroes Reborn 2021. They've done it before, and I believe they're doing it because it's the anniversary. The anniversary of the original is coming up. So so you've seen the trailer, and Blade seems to be the only one that knows that things have changed. Remember, guys, if you aren't reading Jason Aaron's run of Avengers, Blade is a part of the team. He is an Avenger, which is cool. He's been an Avenger before. But when word about this got out, I was like, okay, where are they going with this? You know, I wasn't that big of a fan of the original. Now, for all those who don't know what I'm talking about, these are to the young bucks out there, but back in the late 90s, yeah, we're talking about the 90s of comics, not a good time for comics. But back in the late 90s, 96, 97, Marvel did a series right after the Onslaught stuff that happened, where Onslaught supposedly killed the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, Doc Doom, and a couple other people. But what really happened, they were all transferred to a pocket universe thanks to Franklin Richards. And they pretty much lived in this pocket universe almost like their origins were retold and redone for a more 90s flair-esque tale. For example, Ben Grimm served in the Gulf War. Johnny and Sue, if I remember correctly, were like finance brokers for Reed Richards. It was crazy. A lot of things were changed, but eventually they went back and it was called Heroes Return. So they're doing it again in another alternate universe where Blade seems to be the only one that knows everything is right. Do you see that? You saw the young man that was riding the bike that was Robbie Reyes right there. So he must have never became a Ghost Rider in this world. But it's interesting. This seemed to be a self-contained Avengers story, where pretty much as it's pretty much said, a world where the Avengers never came to be. Earth's mightiest heroes never came together. So we're talking, yeah, like he said, it says Steve died in World War II. But then when I read the manuscript on Marvel.com, it says where Steve was never found. Because who found Steve in the ice? The Avengers. Tony never became Iron Man. Carol never became everything she became. And Thor never picked up the hammer, which is kind of interesting as well. But we see that even in this world, there's still heroes. Enter the Squadron Supreme of America. The Squadron Supreme is basically Marvel's version of the Justice League. Hyperion, Nighthawk, Warrior Woman, Dr. Spectrum, and the Blur. Excuse me. That's what I'm trying to get out. The Blur. So you got your Superman, your Batman-esque, your Wonder Woman, your Green Lantern-esque character, and your Flash. Now in the comics, we know that Mephisto is using the Squadron there. He's blackmailing them, as well as he's the one that brought Coulson back to life. He's blackmailing them. It's crazy. That's why I don't want to spoil too much if you have not read Aaron's run, or currently now, his current run. But yeah, we're seeing all this, and we saw a little bit more teasers. We saw Doctor Doom now has the gem of Ceterak, and now so he's called Dr. Juggernaut. So is Doctor Doom with the gem of Ceterak? If he wasn't powerful as it is, my man now is packing some serious firepower. We saw another where Reed and Ben are members of S.H.I.E.L.D. in Prison 42. We saw Alpha Flight looking very, very supernatural-esque. You know, if you look at the picture, look at Sasquatch. He looks like the Krampus. Wolverine in that, it's almost like Wolverine never left. He stayed with Alpha Flight, but you can see he went through, I guess, that Weapon X training, because he's got tubes and stuff, things like that. We see a Hulk. I think he's in the Microverse, but if you saw the picture, he's smiling. He's enjoying himself. We saw Peter Parker on top of the Daily Bugle, almost like he's taking pictures of who I'm assuming is Hyperion. So he's kind of now in this Jimmy Olsen-esque vibe, which I'm believing that's what they're going with. A lot of these images and a lot of these teasers are interesting to me. I'm not mad about it. And here's the reason why. Because did you see who was writing it? Did you see who's writing it? That's right, Jason Aaron. And you got Ed McGuinness doing the artwork. I am a fan of Ed McGuinness's artwork when it's needed. You know, I know everybody knows Ed McGuinness draws everybody jacked up, but he's still a good artist nonetheless. I met him. He's a really nice guy. But Aaron's to me is one of Marvel's tip-top writers. He's up there. People up there. He's up there because I think he's exclusive to Marvel. He's up there with Donny Cates. You know, I've read everything Aaron's has written for Marvel. You could tell the man does his homework. The man does his research, and the man knows these characters. If you read his Doctor Strange, it felt like old school Steve Ditko run. Steve Ditko, Stan Lee run. Whenever he touches, I'll pick up. Even his independent stuff, I will read. That man, he can do no wrong in my eyes. I know that's saying a lot. I mean, I say that about Gail Simone too, but the man can do no wrong. I love his writing. So it's really, y'all, Jason Aaron's that has me in a pull to, okay, I'm gonna pick this up. It's because of him. It's because of him. I wasn't a big fan of Heroes Reborn 1996, 97, but Hero Reborn 2021 has me interested because of the writer. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this plays out. You know, how is the world going to go back to normal? What's going to happen to Blade? But the fact that it's kind of centered around Eric Brooks, I like that too. Give some shine to Blade. I like that. Now, I know there's probably some people out there that are saying, oh, this is just Marvel's copying DC with Future State. Look, man, like, how many times do we gotta go over this? It don't matter to me. If the writing is good, who the hell cares if it's copying or not? I don't. If it's good writing, okay. But this story seemed to be self-contained only for the Avengers, not for the whole Marvel Universe. I'm just saying. But I don't care. I really don't care. The rivalry, whatever this rivalry is stupid to begin with. If you can like both, stop comparing them. In my opinion, just, if you're gonna read it. That's me. This is interesting. I like the trailer. I like where they're going. You're seeing different characters. You're seeing some characters familiar, but they could be different in this world. Like we saw Venom, but who could be? Could that be Brock, or is it someone else? You know? So there are some differences that I'm really gonna look forward to it. I definitely want to see what they're gonna do with Alpha Flight, because the fact that they're putting spotlight on Alpha Flight. When's the last time we saw Marvel put some spotlight on them outside of Carol Danvers' book, Captain Marvel book? Because now, outside of that, nothing else. So yeah, outside of this, guys, I like what I saw. I watched this trailer several times, but I wanted to just watch it with you again, but also give my thoughts on Heroes Reborn 2021. For me, I'm definitely going to give it a shot. Why? Once again, I'll explain it again for all those who don't understand. Why? Because of Jason Aaron's. Jason Aaron's, to me, can do no wrong. He's a good writer, and I have read everything he has written for Marvel and loved every bit of it. So, Jason Aaron's, sir, I know you're not watching, but do your thing. Continue to do your thing. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm just speaking for myself. I'm gonna see where this is gonna go, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this ends. What say you guys? Are you in or are you out? Are you interested or not? Or did Heroes Reborn 1996, 97 just give you a bad taste that you can't really get into anything that says Hero Reborn? I'm looking forward to hearing your comments. And with that being said, guys, you guys take care. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, once again, I want to give a shout out to some new pack members that have joined the pack. One in particular, I got notification, was a man called Ezekiel Black. I like the name, dude. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing to a couple of my channels. I actually saw it, got notification. You subscribed to a couple of my channels, so thank you for that. Thank you for everybody who's come through and enjoyed my content and enjoyed what I had to talk about. Left your comments and things like that. We're gonna keep pushing, guys, till we reach 20K strong pack members. The pack continues to grow, and your alpha thanks you and your alpha loves you. But with that being said, peace and love. Stay tuned. Keep it real. Thank you for watching Geek Thoughts, guys.